What's up, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching some highlights from my lower body power day on February 13th. And even though this is a power day, I lightened the load a bit as I'm working on depth. So first set here is 315. I did 4 sets of 5. I also grabbed a couple different angles so you guys could see a couple different things with my form. Now on this, some of these angles aren't the best for telling if I'm getting deeper or not, but I will say I ended up getting about 1 to 2 inches deeper than previous sessions. And in my world, that's a huge difference. Just ask my girlfriend, she will confirm 1 to 2 inches does make a big difference. The second angle here is from the floor pointed up, so again, a bit deceptive, but at least in this case you get to see my toes and my knees, because some of the things that people have pointed out is, aren't your knees going past your toes and is this bad? For me, I'm going to say no, and the reason I'm saying that is, number one, based off of my height and the way that my body structure is, it would be really hard for me to keep my knees behind my toes. Secondly, the problem with knee shooting forward a lot of times is because you transfer the weight to your toes, which then kind of goes and throws a wrench in form, but you can see here that I'm still able to press from my heels and maintain good form throughout. Now on this second set I was using 365, even though you can't really see the bar, so I could be lying, but if you take my word for it, it is 365. So moving on to the third set here, bumped up the weight again to 385, again working on depth. Even though this angle is the easiest for me to set up and film, it's really hard to get a good gauge of depth here. So in my opinion, on these sets, it looks like I'm just getting parallel. So for the fourth set, the upcoming set, what I did is I dropped the weight one more time, dropped it back down to 315, and got a more neutral position from the side. So right in line almost with those, you see safety bars here, so you get a really good gauge of how deep I'm actually getting. So as I set this up, the camera angle's a little bit far away, but you'll be able to tell if I get low enough or not. In my opinion, this is a great improvement from a couple of the other videos that I've been putting out in the last couple of weeks. Now with these clips too, you'll see that I'm actually struggling a bit, even though this weight is lighter than what I've been doing in the past. Now for this, it's because I'm really trying to sink low. I'm trying to control my rate of descent as well as kind of power back up through, but it really took a lot out of me. I then followed up with deadlifts, however I didn't get any of that on film. Just wanted to show you guys some of this depth progression.
Hey, what's good everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon again, obviously. I'm just driving here. I'm gonna probably end up throwing this in a clip with some other clips going on. I had kind of an epic fail yesterday. I had mentioned somewhere that I was gonna try a new recipe out and film it, which I started to do. So what I made was some garlic and honey, or honey and garlic, whichever way you want to say it, chicken in the crock pot. So it was honey, garlic, soy sauce, some ketchup, and you basically marinate that with chopped up garlic with chicken breast in the crock pot, you know, because a lot of you guys have a crock pot now or are looking for more crock pot recipes besides the other ones I put up. So I thought, hey, you know what, it would be a good idea for me to go ahead and do this. It would really help some people out. A little bit different take. This isn't actually a pulled recipe because all my other ones have been pulled. I still have a pot roast recipe I want to put up. So I went ahead and I filmed the intro, I filmed all the ingredients, I set up the camera, I had the lighting perfect, and I went to film the actual preparation. And me being the somewhat idiot that I am, instead of pressing the record button, I pressed the snapshot button. So it was probably like 5 to 10 minutes of prep time, just getting everything ready with film. And then I go back to check it after I put everything in the crock pot and mix it all up to cook it to make sure that everything looks all right as far as the film quality goes. And I keep pressing play on this still that I have on my camera, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't this playing? This is pissing me off. Not to mention I had like honey and ginger and all sorts of shit on my hands, you know, playing grab ass with my nice expensive camera, so I'm getting shit all over it, literally. And I was getting really pissed off because I couldn't get it to work. So I kind of took a step back, took a deep breath, a little serenity now, washed my hands up, went back to the camera, started messing with it, and I looked, and all I had was a JPEG still from how I set it up. And I figured out, you know what? I must have just hit the snapshot button instead of the record button, which is something that pisses me off only because on this camera that I'm using for that recording, the new Nikon I picked up, the buttons are very close to each other. With the Canon, the T3i that I had, which I sold, by the way, for those of you that don't pay attention to me on Facebook and stuff like that, it made a very pronounced shutter click, so you knew exactly when you took a picture. With this new Nikon, I need to play with it. I haven't even looked at the settings, to be honest. But I was totally unaware that I wasn't recording, so I wasted a total video, and it's not like you can go back and re-prepare some of the ingredients. So I just went ahead and scrapped the whole thing. I then started to film a different video instead. I figured I could do a quick one of the Sunday subscribers videos that I've been doing, where I answer a video question. And my girlfriend had come over, we had dinner, and I said, you know what, I was gonna film this, but it didn't turn out so well as far as the food video goes. Would you mind if I made a very quick video instead? And she doesn't care. She's really cool about that. She understands that YouTube and the whole thing that I do on that. She's very supportive, so it's really cool of her. So I start to film that, and she starts giving me a hard time right when I start talking. And creepy. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon again, and typically, come on, don't be a dick.
Say you're sorry.
You say you're sorry.
You say it.
Apologize.
No.
Apologize to Campbell Fitness fans all over across the world.
Say you're sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Sorry that you're a dick.
Brandon! Brandon!
I'll put that in.
No.
Yeah, just wait.
No.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon with Campbell Fitness.
Brandon!
Cut the shit.
Say you're sorry.
I did. Don't make me go.
Say you're sorry.
I'm so sorry. I've never been more sorry, in fact.
Okay.
Okay.
How long is this going to be?
Don't worry about it. You just relax.
Okay, let me get my magazines out.
Maybe you should make more noise.
Maybe I what?
Nothing?
Do you want me to leave?
No. You done? Thank you. Yeah, keep saving your money. Hey, what's up, everybody? If you haven't spoken on camera before, you kind of got to get yourself prepared. It's not something you necessarily just go do, especially when you're sitting there by yourself in most cases and actually trying to have like a detailed conversation. Now, if it's a video like this where you're just rambling on and just talking shit, that's easy to do. No big deal. But when you're trying to give an actual presentation and try to answer a specific question, you like to be a little bit prepared. So, you set up the shot, you sit down, you get ready, you get comfortable, and you go and talk. And for me, it always starts with, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon, or it's Brandon with Campbell Fitness. And then I talk about what video I'm going to do. So I started doing that. She starts giving me a hard time. She starts busting my balls. She starts talking, and me and her start going at it a little bit. And I got that on camera, but that just kind of threw me off. And at that time, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done. I'm not doing this video. Even though I did think I did a majority of it, just wasn't happy with it. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do it later. No big rush. I've been really trying to put a priority on getting these videos out. I've been pretty consistent for the most part, minus the storms we've had, about almost getting a video out almost every single day. So this channel's been open since October. So you're looking at, like 4 to 5 months in total, and I already have like 170 videos out. It's pretty decent. So I was like, you know what, I'll just do it some other time. It's no big deal. But I think I might try to throw the clip up of me and her just like busting each other's balls. She doesn't want me to put it up, so I might have to run it by her and get the okay first. But I would eventually like to involve her in more of these videos, especially these vlog styles. I think you guys might like to see her in a totally good way, unless you guys are out there thinking naughty thoughts, in which case I'll find you. I'll fucking find you. But in all seriousness, it'd be cool to kind of show you guys some of my other life. In the gym, you guys see some of that. But you guys seem to really react well to the commentary or me just kind of taking random clips. So I want to incorporate that more. And that's something that I put on my Facebook and Twitter the other day. I said, I'm thinking about starting like a video log series, just about my day-to-day life, only because I find like I get a good response and they're interesting. And I think you guys might be interested in seeing some of the stuff I do. Now, obviously I wouldn't just be filming crap that's totally uninteresting.
What are you doing?
Filming your marshmallow fluff.
Oh, thanks.
And some of you might argue the video that you're watching right now is very boring and uninteresting. But I've been watching a lot of these other people's videos out there, from Matt Ogus to Chris Lovato to Nick Wright, to back, J.R. Barthel when he did more of an in-depth one on his series. A whole bunch of people that chronicle just their day and their life. I find those really interesting. And I find myself that I watch YouTube a lot more than I watch TV these days. When I want to watch TV, it's usually on DVR or it's usually something on Netflix that I'm catching up on. But I don't really find that I watch a lot of TV. Instead, I catch up on a lot of YouTube channels that I subscribe to, which is a lot now. So some of them are fitness related, some of them aren't. But I really like to watch that in my downtime because most of these videos are, for the most part, pretty short. I mean, on the longer side, you're looking at maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but on average, you know, it's 5 to 10, and that's good. Because when I'm sitting down and eating really quick or have a couple of minutes to kill, it's a great way to catch up on stuff, and it's just cool to see other people and how they do things. So it's something that I'm interested in doing. You guys gave me some good feedback when I posted on Facebook that I was interested in doing that. So I think I'm going to do that, and as part of that, again, kind of bringing this ship full circle, I'd like to get my girlfriend involved in some of this, maybe do a Q&A with her, you know, things like, again, Matt Ogus has done, Maddie Fusaro has done, just because I think you guys would appreciate her insight on some of the crap that I do, be it from the very bro things that I have done, or that maybe I even still do at times, to doing certain things and how she deals with it, like me getting up early at 5 a.m. when she ideally would sleep in a little bit later to go to work. She typically gets up at 6:30 or so. In some cases earlier, in some cases a little bit later. But her work schedule is a little bit different. She doesn't like to go to the gym early in the morning. So like on the weekends, for me, sleeping in on the weekend is, if I make it to 8 o'clock, that's really, really late for me. You know, I'm used to getting up at 5 every day, so 8 o'clock for me is a huge, huge step forward. Back in the day, several years ago now, when I was single, I mean, literally on the weekends, I would still get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and go and train. That's what I enjoy doing. So I think it'd be interesting for you guys to hear her feedback on how she deals with me sometimes being this meathead bro that I try not to be at times, but I still have some of those tendencies, and I'm very regimented in what I like to do. Like, I like to have a set schedule, and when things don't go my way with that schedule, or things get pushed back, or are late, or I'm forced to adapt, I can sometimes be a little bit grumpy. So you guys might see a side of that, and I think it'd be interesting to see. It'll add another dimension to my personality, because you guys only get to see a certain side of me. You see a lot of who I am, but at the same time, you'll see more, and I think that could be enjoyable. And if not, I'm sure you guys will tell me that it's not enjoyable and it sucks, and I will be very open to that feedback. So I'm about to cut over one of the bridges I have to go through to get to my house. It's one of 2 bridges. It tends to get really loud on the bridge itself, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video and part of this clip, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep on rambling like I've already done.